Hello and welcome. I'm Michael. I'm joined by one and only Craig. How we doing, mate?
Absolutely fantastic, mate.
Yeah, Leeds United 2, Chris Wilder's Sheffield United nil, and he is crying to sleep tonight, mate. Let's talk about it. Wait, where should we even start, mate?
Wilder, what's the score? Wilder, what's the score?
Right, I think we just go straight into it, mate. We've
Yeah,
scored from a corner. I think that's
we
probably
did.
about the 200th attempt. First
Yeah,
corner since February. I mean, what a corner it was.
fantastic. Brilliant. Well taken goal as well.
Yeah, no, I thought Rothwell's delivery from corners today was so much better than Gruev's. Again, no
Hmm.
disrespect to Gruev. You know I like him, but Rothwell I thought had that little bit extra. He was beating the first man. It was going obviously near post where we got the goal. Brilliant finish though, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah, a fantastic finish. And it's not even a lucky one, is it? He's meant to do that. He's just strikes fantastic in attacking the ball though.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that one. And then obviously Joseph comes off the bench, gets his goal, mate. Beautiful weighted pass from Perro right into his foot.
All right.
It was though, come on. It was a beautiful weighted pass. And the fact that Joseph just managed to just to hold back the defender a little bit, waited for the keeper to move and just slotted it in the net. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
It were a good finish. It were a good ball through. But I mean, I'm not going to gloss over Perot so much because there was times in that game where he don't deserve glossing that much. But
You know,
yeah, it were a good pass.
anything that Perry does great with me, I'm glossing it. You know that. Everybody should know that by now.
Yeah, but it
He was
doesn't
all right.
erase everything else that went off.
We'll talk about him individually when we get to player ratings in a bit. Obviously, we've gone through the goals.
Yeah,
Obviously, the first 12, 13 minutes, it was more they had control of the ball. Never really threatened us. I mean, stats wise, they didn't even have a shot on target today.
that's what I mean. It's like what I said it earlier, didn't I? That if that's the best this league has got to offer, well, I don't think we've got much to worry about. I know people are not happy with the way that we play sometimes, but it does the job when it works. And unbeaten, 6 games without conceding a goal, and we just made them look like an average team.
Yeah, I think at one point the commentator said on the 54th minute, 11 hours, no goals without conceding. And again, the first time they've not even had a shot on target under
Yeah.
Wilder. I think well, this season round, obviously, 5 shots altogether, none on target. The expected goals was 0.21. They only had 4 touches in our box. I think that was probably from their corners and then 85 passes into the final third. So again, we controlled it. We pushed forward when we needed to. Obviously, we let them have the ball a little bit, but again, they didn't trouble us at all, I thought.
No. And to be honest, now it'll probably end the debate on who's got the best defense. And we didn't even have Ampadu or Gruev, which is a big it's a difference on how we play. It is a massive difference on the style of play that the how we approach things. But yeah, um, they didn't hurt us whatsoever. And it's we remember a couple of days ago when we did the mixed 11. I think we
Yeah,
might change that now
the combined
because
11. Yeah, exactly. I think I done it and I got slated because I had all Leeds back four. Obviously, I did have
mm,
Cooper in the net, and everyone was like going, "Why have you got Bogle in?" Bogle was absolutely immense
fantastic
today.
today.
Obviously, we are recording on the day. Yeah, let's go back to obviously near the start. Obviously, Bogle and Nonto, good link up play near the beginning. 15th minute, I've written down we had a corner, and I put we score question mark every time we had a corner today. I'm just gonna write down we
Yeah.
score goal, and eventually it came off. So thank God for that.
Yeah, and
But
was this the only time in when the score predictions that you post online that I normally say we're going to score from a corner, and today
always,
this time I didn't. I just said Bogle score, and we scored from a corner. So I'll
yeah,
take it.
I did do a little prediction video with Oscar the other day, and I did say that we scored from a set piece. So I'm glad it's finally paid off. Um, yeah, there was obviously Ramazani, good save. He was a bit unlucky with his chance in the first half, and then Messier that most of the time he was really calm and collected. Obviously, he collected the ball a few times. It was a chance when he was at his foot, bad touch, and the keeper more almost got it. I was a bit like, oh no, please don't. You know what Messier like when he's on the ball, when he's got the ball at his feet, you're a bit like you're nervous. What's he going to do? But
Yeah,
after that, he definitely grew and he was a lot more confident with it. So yeah, what was your
yeah.
thoughts on what did you think about Messier? Did you obviously because it was
Considering what happened
London
in the
last?
last game, well, considering what happened in the last game, he were a lot more assured tonight. I think that first few minutes where he caught a couple of balls went back to him, crowd giving him a bit of jip, like giving it that ooh when the ball came in the middle of the goal, and he just
Yeah,
controlled it with his feet. I think he were a bit calm tonight. Yeah, his distribution were a bit better and quicker.
yeah, I agree.
Um, I think yeah. Overall, I'd say Melier played well tonight.
Yeah, no, I agree. Obviously, we saw it about the half an hour mark. The You could see how we were playing. The fact that our wingers swapped wings,
Yeah.
and they typically weren't playing on the wings anyway. I've said it so many times about our transition play. The fact that our front four normally play in the middle, like as a combined, but they still switch around with how they link up and play, which I thought was absolutely excellent in
Mm.
how they work together. Considering obviously the international breaks, Aronson's played for the USA. I thought he'd done all right today. I know you didn't with some of his misses. I mean, yeah, let's hear it, mate.
Yeah, Aronson. Oh man, I can't give him too much credit because he's just come back from I think we're it Tuesday morning like Wednesday morning early hours that he
Yeah, I think
played.
so. Yeah,
Um, so I can't give him too much stick, but yeah, three easy like not easy chances, but chances you should be getting on target, and yeah, but
yeah, he
yeah,
was
I
a bit
can't give him
unlucky.
too
He was a
much
bit
stick.
unlucky. I'll admit on that one. Obviously, corner. Obviously, again, there was a couple penalty shouts. I think they would have been very
I think it were
harsh
a
if
bit.
both
I
were
think they were a
given.
bit dirty sometimes, Sheffield United tonight, being honest.
Yeah, I put down Burrows. Could possibly get a yellow card, which I'm surprised he didn't. If he
Mm,
did, then it was just a flick off the thing. I know Firpo got one from Alvin off, and one of their players got what Souza got one, and Arabas got one. One was because he was trying to book Firpo for diving when he got knocked down for the penalty, which obviously
yeah.
wasn't a penalty. But yeah, overall, mate, what a game.
Oh, it was a fantastic game, mate. We played brilliant, and like I said, I think that's probably one of our best performances this season.
No,
Um,
I agree with you on that one. I mean, again, a lot more pass, not as many as what we done against Cardiff. I think 524 attempted passes, 455 successful passes, which was pretty decent. Obviously, when they had the ball, like I've said, they didn't look like they were going to challenge us or do anything major.
mm,
But let's get into player ratings, mate, because obviously we've talked a little bit
yeah,
about the game in depth and stuff.
come on then.
And then we can talk more in detail about players individually. So Messier, obviously, no shots of note to really save because they didn't have any on target, but he came the ball when he need to. Let me know about you, mate. What did you think about him today?
I'm Medley. I give him a seven. Nothing to do really.
No,
Tonight. I think he played more like an extra sweeper, like a like an extra defender. He was coming out of his area, collecting the ball, just laying it off, and yeah, he didn't have much to do apart from that. So yeah, and he did everything else right, caught the ball, you know.
yeah,
So
no,
yeah, seven.
I thought he was pretty decent. I mean, considering he didn't have much to do, his distribution was much better. I think a seven is fair as obviously a clean sheet, which is fantastic for his confidence. So hopefully he can bring that in on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
Let's go for Bogle next, mate.
Bogon. I don't know, 7.5 or 8 because I thought it was probably one of his best matches tonight. I think he were up for
Definitely.
it, and it looked like at some point, I think he took a shot, didn't he, towards the end, and I think he just wanted to get on the score sheet, and he's like, but
No, I know which one you mean. Yeah.
yeah, but but yeah, probably uh, give him a 7.5. I think, and like a higher 7.5 because I don't want to give him an 8, or do I? I don't know.
He made the most tackles out of anybody for us today. So he made
Yeah,
5 tackles. He
I think
was
I will.
very, very good.
I think I
Going
will go 8.
forward, he got I can't go any lower than 8. He made some decent crosses. I think we were unlucky. Obviously, the Pero one where they saved it was a good chance.
Yeah.
Um, he made some decent crosses, whether or not they were near post, far post, edge of the area. I'm gonna go for an 8. I'm not gonna go any lower
Yeah,
than that.
I think 8. I think eight's gonna be what I'll go. I mean, the other thing is, did you see him when Pro scored in
Yeah,
front of the fan, celebrating in front of the fans? It's like he's forgot Sheffield United already.
yeah, I know. I just thought he was one of the best players on the pitch for us.
Yeah, 100%.
Joe rode on next. Obviously, he had that little miss pass, but then luckily he recovered well. He did a couple decent blocks afterwards.
Yeah.
What would you rate him?
Solid. Probably again. Do I go 7.5 high or an 8 because he was solid? Probably 7.5. Um,
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm not going to go because obviously, if I'm giving Bogle an 8, I'm going to give Joe Rodon less than that because he wasn't as good as
yeah,
what Bogle was, in my opinion. So,
yeah.
yeah, I think that's 7.5 for Bogle. Obviously, we've got Pascal Struijk now. What a game, a goal, clean sheet. Yeah, what do we say for him, mate? Pretty
I'm
high
going
for
eight and
him.
a half.
9.
No,
I'm going for
I'm
a
going eight
9,
and a
mate.
half is because I can't get anybody a 10. I don't think, but I can get Pascal 8.5 because he's just immense defender. He's a rock going forward. He just drives through that midfield
Exactly.
into and
But
he's probably coming to the point in his career where remember when he first came to league, people were dubbing him the next Virgil van Dijk
yeah,
type player, but I think he's coming into his own now. Like he's really assured, he's really confident, um, and he's probably our best defender.
you remember a few seasons ago, again with Sheffield United, when they used to play three at the back and their two wide centre backs used to bomb forward a lot?
Yeah,
He reminded me of one of those players that used to do that. He kept getting forward.
yeah,
He was almost as forward as what Firpo was. He got forward. His aerials won. He won 3 tackles today. I'm not going to go any lower than a 9. Obviously, he got his goal as well. I think even without his
yeah,
goal, it's still potentially be a 9. I thought he was absolutely amazing.
yeah. It could be a 9 actually. Though I mean, I could push him to a 9,
Come on,
but
come up to a 9.
I'm going to be giving quite a few players like the same rating. But yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, I'll give him a
9,
9 then.
good. Junior Firpo then, a little bit
I'm going to
tired.
give him same as Bogle.
Same as Bogle, 8. Yeah, you could see that he
Yeah,
wasn't.
is it an 8?
Yeah, he made a lot of space for himself. Obviously, when Perot had that chance when he shot,
Hmm.
which I will get into when it comes to Perot. Don't get me wrong, I've frustrated
Yeah.
me,
Well,
but
one thing for Firpo tonight that stood out, apart from the space that he creates for himself, and not only his attacking play, how good he is. There were a part in the middle. I sent a message to you now. I made a note. He turned 2 players and then ran into space, and I thought he's
yeah,
going to go all the way. He's going to go all the way, and then he passed it, and I'm like, oh, Firpo, just do it.
it
And
was a
then
decent cross though. It was a
yeah,
decent cross into the ball. Obviously, it was unlucky, but yeah, I think an 8. He was
but the thing that stood out for me with him was when Raksaki came on. 1-on-one, and he just took the ball off him.
yeah,
And I'm like,
exactly.
Firpo's got you.
Yeah,
Firpo's got you numbered.
best left back in the league.
He
I've
is.
said it so many times, and he is coming into his own. And I get all this thing about that he can't defend all this. Yes, he has been prone to errors, prone to yellow cards. Yes, he got a yellow card today, but defensively and going forward, offering that space on the wing to offer runs is what we need. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought he was absolutely amazing today. Right. Tanaka, who was dubbed man of the match on Sky Sports. I'm gonna let you have the stage and talk about him.
Well, if I've raised strike to a 9, then Tanaka's got to be 9.5 because he's man at match for me. He ran
He,
everything. He ran that midfield. Hamer, who's he? Arblaster, who's he? Callum
exactly.
O'Hare. Are these players that are playing for Sheffield United? Because I didn't see them tonight. Yeah, Tanaka just ran the show for me tonight. It were the orchestrator, everything.
Yeah, I think he reminds me a lot about what Ampadu does, where he drops deep when needs to. Um, he was just so controlled. Even when he misplaces a pass, he comes straight back in to get the ball off them or close them down so they make errors.
Mm,
I'm going to give him a 9 solely because I've got someone else who's man of the match for me.
right.
Um, he just did everything well in that center. So again, but for me, there's somebody that's just slightly better than him. But
Really?
pardon?
Really? Go on then.
Right. Well, I'm going to get into him now. So Joe Rothwell. Oh my God. I absolutely loved what he did today. Corners were fantastic. I thought it was so much better than Gruev's. Yes, okay. Some of them were a little bit too long, but he got the assist for the goal because of he thought instead of going for that far post, he thought, hold on a minute, let's go near post, let's change it up a little bit. Whereas Gruev's is just first man, first man, first man. We're not
Yeah.
getting to get anywhere. He switched the play so much. So when he was on obviously the left hand side and there was a ball over to Rodon or ball up to Nonto or Hero, I just thought he owned it. Obviously, yes, Tanaka defensively picking up all that like dirty work that I say what Gruev does. Rothwell was a lot more advanced, and I just thought he was just that slightly bit better for him. I'm going to go a 9.5 for Joe Rothwell.
All right. Well, I mean, I get you because I'm going to give Rothwell a 9. I think it's his best game so far, and he played brilliant. But I think Tanaka just edged it. Like for me, Tanaka edged it over him. But again, it was fantastic performance from him. But yeah, a
I
9
mean,
for me.
if you look at it in terms of like key passes, he made more key passes. Again, he had a slightly better pass success rating. Again, like I said, it always depends on how many passes each player makes as to how different they are. So obviously, like I said, if
Mm.
someone makes 10 passes and they only misplace one, that's a 90% pass rate. Obviously, the pass rate were very, very similar in terms of 60 passes out of 64, whereas Tanaka's was 66 out of 74. So not much different in it. But for me, I just thought Rothwell absolutely dominated that game.
It was good, but I think Tanaka allowed him that space to do what he did
Oh
because
yeah.
there were a bit in the first half where he ran through. I didn't think he got that speed on him when he put Ramazani in and Ramazani at the post. And
Yeah.
then there were another bit in the second half where he made a few interceptions that he just sprinted across and got the ball before it reached another Sheffield United player. And yeah, it was fantastic. But yeah, I think, but for me, it was the other way around that Tanaka edged it over him. But yeah, um,
No,
I'll
they,
give
they
it a 9.
complement each other very,
Yeah, they
very
do.
well.
They do.
And
And I dare say, if they keep performing that way, going to be difficult.
yes, obviously Ampadu's due back in the new year. If they're going to play like this, yes, he's the club captain. You've got to earn your place. And if these two are
Yeah,
performing week in, week out that well, who
it's going to be
knows?
difficult. But right as of now, I would say, do we need that free agent?
I've had my say on this free agent many times. If these two stay fit, They ain't going to get replaced.
No.
Right. Let's move on to Nonto. Slightly quiet game compared to last month. Obviously, he was voted the Leeds Player of the Month. Talk me through it, mate.
Um, yeah, a bit quiet tonight, weren't he? He didn't. I mean, he tried. He did a lot. He was doing a lot. It was causing him problems, but probably not to the standard of, say, like Bogle or Tanaka or Rothwell. He
Yeah.
wasn't a standout player tonight, so probably 7.5, I'd say.
Yeah. No, I'll agree with you on that one. 7.5. Couple shots. Again, link up play well with Bogle, I thought. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's fine. 7.5. Brendan Aronson, right.
Um,
Frustrating in terms of in front of goal,
yeah.
but
He's yeah, he does frustrate me sometimes, and
sometimes or all the time.
a lot of the time. A lot of the time. But yeah,
Come
I
on.
think maybe considering where, what he's done this week, I've, and he's played as well as he has tonight. He's come in and hassled players, and he's gone up toe to toe with Souza, who's a lot bigger and stronger. I think maybe a 7.5.
Considering, right, I say this all the time about his how many times he gets dispossessed, right? He only got dispossessed once this game, whereas the last ones have been 5 and 4. So he's kept the ball a lot better. Obviously, that shot when he should have gone for the far post instead of the near post.
Yeah,
Couple of air shots. I only go 7.5. I'm
yeah,
not.
I think it's
I don't
fine.
want to give anybody lower than that. Really, that
Yeah,
doesn't deserve it. I thought he was pretty decent today. Ramazani, mate,
Ramadan.
bit quiet compared to
Do you
normal. But
think?
again, his pace though against Shackleton
Do you think you were quiet?
a little bit. Let right talk to me. Talk to me.
I'm
Let's
going to give
hear
him
it
an
out.
8. I'm going to mean an 8. I think he was better than Nonto tonight. I think he were a lot more busy, a lot more. He were causing a lot more problems for their defenders.
Yeah. What
And
but I mean by quiet, I mean the fact that the last couple games, obviously goal or an assist. In that sense, obviously he still made himself known. He still has some shots. Obviously airborne shots, I would say, over the bar and stuff. Um, although there was a time though when he did do a good tracking back, got
yeah,
the
he tracked
ball,
back
and
well tonight. The one of my favourites was when he dispossessed Callum O'Hare and just knocked him off the ball and just carried on, turned around and carried on with it.
was that the
That
same
was
time? Was
brilliant.
that the same time that he got the foul when he took the player out,
No,
or
no, he
he
didn't
didn't
get
even touch him?
he didn't even get a foul for it. He just knocked Callum O'Hare off the ball. Because Firpo pushed him, like, not pushed him physically, but pushed him out wide towards the touch line. And then yeah, he just come running back, took the ball off him, knocked him out, knocked him over the on the floor, and then turned around and pushed forward. But yeah, he
I think
was,
I've been a little bit harsh when I said he was quite quiet.
yeah, that's why I was
I
surprised.
must have got him. I must have got him and Nonto confused. I must have
Because
done. Because
I was watching when I was watching the game. I was telling my wife, I said, he's fantastic tonight. He's Ramazani. He's busy. He's causing a lot of problems. He hit the post, and he were lively.
I think I've messed up here, so I'm going to own up to that. And I'm going to say that I've got Ramazani and Nonto mixed up when I said he was quiet because obviously you explained it. Obviously, like you said, he got back at that time. He got back another time. Got the ball, but then they got a free kick because of it, late
Yeah,
tackle, whatever. But yeah, like you say, tracked back, did well. 8.
yeah. I'm going to give it an 8.
Right, I'm
And
going to own up and say that I was wrong. So there we go.
technically,
Ramazani
he
8.
shouldn't have got carded for.
He didn't get carded.
Well, he shouldn't have got. He shouldn't that shouldn't have been a free kick that
No.
the Sousa was trying to get him carded for.
Yeah. Right.
It wasn't a free kick that, but these things happen. But it's like I said, yeah, good game for him.
Yeah, no, I obviously messed up when I said it out loud,
Yeah.
so I do apologize. Right, Joel Perot, mate.
Uh,
Obviously, you're frustrated by him. I like him.
I am because he had a good game last game.
Yeah,
And today he's just like it's like he's gone right, he's got another start and it's like he's gone and he just forgot how to play again. Because
I think,
a couple of chances that it's like there were a couple of parts where in the first half where I was saying that a ball came across and I thought Perot were just like they were all near the edge of the 18-yard box. And I'm like, if that were Joseph, it'd have been in the 6-yard box. He'd have been attacking that near post. And then yeah, it's like we are trying too hard to get a shot off, and when he did get a shot off from outside the area, he just skied it.
yeah,
And
I
yeah,
mean,
his
he came a
first
lot
touch.
deeper. He came a lot deeper than normal than what
Yeah,
obviously last game. Whether or not he prefers that role as the 10 role, wanting to be on the ball a bit more. Obviously, going forward, there was that time when he did it, like you just alluded to it, when he went over the bar. Great touch. Obviously, it was as a 10, Aronson was more up top. As they switched positions, he got that touch, turned, and you think, right, here we go, make something. Fur post free. And he shoots. And it's like, if you're going to shoot, least trouble the keeper, least
yeah.
either get it on target or get a deflection, not sky high it.
Not when you've got Firpo that's open, that's wide open. Like he, Firpo scores them.
Yeah, I mean, he got three internationals, so
Yeah, he's on form. He's Firpo. You can't, and he's there. He's always there. If you need him, he's there. And just pass the ball to him.
yeah, I think that's for me. That's the only down part. Obviously, the ball for Joseph's goal, I thought was
That doesn't erase everything, though,
it.
mate.
It doesn't erase everything, but it makes it a little bit better. The fact that it was a pinpoint pass, and when you watch it from the other angle, from behind the goals, you can
Yeah.
see the crowd getting up, like they know something's going to happen.
Yeah, but have you seen his first touch?
Yes, I've seen some of his first touches are
So
like a lead balloon,
you
as
can't
certain
go
some
from
people
say
say.
you can't go from saying a 5 to a 9.5 just because he makes one good pass. So you've got to give it fair. I'd say like I'd say a 7.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
All right, you can have him a 7.5. But the only reason I'm not going 7.5 is because I'll give Melier a 7. And Melier played better than Perot.
Oh no, he didn't. Yes,
Yeah, he
okay,
did.
clean sheet. He didn't have really much to do. Pero got an
His
assist.
passing were better. His first touch is better. He caught every ball
His
that he
first
came
touch
for.
was better in the first half when he touched the ball. They almost got the ball and scored. So I'm sorry,
They
I'm
didn't
not
nearly
having that.
score.
I'm well, no, but if that touch was a little bit heavier, they would have got the ball.
If it was Villa, if it was
Yeah, but
Perot's
still,
touch, if it was Perot's touch, then they would have got the ball.
if it was Perot's touch, it would have gone to Joe Rodon. We wouldn't be having this conversation. But anyway, no, 7.5 for Perot. Um, Substitutes, mate. We say James obviously came on, Joseph came
Yeah,
on as well.
they only got 20 minutes, didn't they? I think probably it's fair to give him like a probably fair to just give him a 7. They didn't really make much difference in the game, did they? I mean, James was busy. He could have. There were a couple of times where he nearly broke through. But yeah, it's good to have James back though. You can see what difference he
Yes.
makes.
Yeah, no, I think I'm entitled to give Joseph a 7.5 just because he scored a goal and it was very, very well taken. Like his the
Yeah,
way he
Joseph, I'll give
ran,
7.5.
he
He was strong.
got right in front of the player, and it's like I think it was in front of Harry Suter, which is no mean feat. I mean, they caused a lot of troubles in defense. I mean, Suter against Nonto trying to defend a corner, you just think, what? Why have we got Nonto who's like 5 foot against a 7 foot giant? It just didn't make sense as to
Well, I
why.
mean, it takes him out of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, I get that. And I get that what Nonto will do, he'll just wind you up and get in your face and stuff. Well, not in your face, but it
No,
winds
but
you up. But
if he's marking, oh, you mean when they've got a
yeah,
corner?
when they had a corner,
Uh, well,
when they had a corner in the first, well, in the second half, when they had that little like 5 minute period,
yeah.
you
I don't think anybody's going to stand up to Suter though. His head and shoulders above
no,
everyone.
that's what I mean. He's like 7 foot, and you got a 5 foot person marking him. It just, I was
Yeah.
like, come on, man, at least get something different. And obviously, I know that you said about bringing Pirro off, and again, I guess for the height for the corners, but
But
yeah,
this
obviously,
is what I mean. When someone said to us that their team's full of giants, and it's like we probably kept Pro on for the height, and I'm like, but they haven't troubled us with the
no,
height at all.
not really. I mean, the
They've
only
not,
trouble we had was when Meze tried to punch it, and he didn't need to.
yeah, but
So
they've not troubled us at all. Rodon and Stroy won just about everything that came over
yeah,
their way, and O'Melier caught it. Like Kiefer Moore didn't barely get a touch.
apart from like the first half, and I just thought, I did think to myself, oh, here we go. Kiefer Moore's going to cause us trouble. But after that, after I thought that, first 10 minutes, it was literally just all leads, which is just what we love to hear.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't really give Byram or Bamford anything. I mean, they only came on with like a minute to spare. So again,
yeah,
just just for a couple minutes in it.
yeah, it's just wasted a bit of time that, but yeah, good good performance from everyone, I'll say.
Excellent performance, I should say.
All right, good performance from some people, excellent performance from others.
I know who that's to dig at. Anyway, right. So, Watford on Tuesday, is it?
Yeah,
Right. Let's
um,
have a score prediction before we end.
I'll go for
I don't.
another 2-0.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. 2-0.
I'll go for
Right.
another 2-0.
We'll leave it there. And as always, guys, because we won, I'm going to give you guys 10% off all Leeds TV merch. If you go on the link in the description, link tree, type in podcast, all capital letters, you'll get 10% off all merch. And I'll leave the link tree where you can find us everywhere else. Craig, as always, mate, thank you for joining.
Oh, well, it was a pleasure. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.